The reason I'm here today is not so much to show you this that's new. Now, the pasture is effectively plowed by the pigs, but not disked and harrowed yet. And I've dried it off. I've shut the water off, and it's pretty much drying off. But anyway, why I'm here is because right over there, a few of the pigs have found it already. There is a spot of, to me, tremendous archaeological interest. And today's the first day that pigs have been on it in 50 years. And it's going to reveal some stuff. So I'm going to walk down in there and document it before the pigs really get to work. Those are the pigs that I just showed you. I think if the camera was working, that they found that area. And it's all wild, grown up in various bushes of different kinds. So see, these pigs don't yet know about it. They're still working on, they don't realize I've opened that up to them. But right down in there, where it's the thickest, is where it's the most interesting. Those 4 very, very old apple trees, I'm hoping that they're going to survive the time before. Now they'll be okay now. So anyway, we're going to move a little bit closer there. Yeah, they're in rooting around, and there's one up there further that's doing it too. Now, see these rocks? I think you can probably see those really old moss-covered rocks. They're part of the feature that I'm talking about. I hit them with my shovel, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. And I knew that there was a feature here, but I didn't know what it was. Here comes one of the younger ones to see. Now, I also wanted to show you how this water is oily. That looks like pollution. Well, actually, I think it's organic matter that tends to go, it rinses out. But I think that's the stuff that fossil fuels ultimately is made from. Now I've got to gather this fencing up because I don't want the pigs tripping over it and all. It's turned off. But the main thing is I wanted you to see this. I better show you a little bit down there too. Well, I'm very interested to see what they find. It'll take them a few days before they've really, well, it'll take longer than that. But those old apple trees, well, I hadn't better even try to explain what's here because it's in the middle of these willows. But I'll let them go in there first, and then I'll trim some of them away. I suspect well, I know there was some kind of a building here. I suspect strongly it may have actually been a dwelling. Well, I'm going to gather that fencing up. She's a little bit afraid to cross where the fence had been. But this is Sally. She's looking all around. Now down there, one of the things is a feature that's already certain is what I found. There's a name for it, an old name for it. It's called the tram road. And the tram road led from a mining complex up on the mountain down along there, but it grew up so thick in brambles and thorns and greenbrier that it was impassable. Now the pigs they have no problem. They're going right through it. They'll open that up. So that I know is there. I mean, I knew. And another thing to tell you about is these Japanese barberry. There's these very green bushes. They're evidence of former dwellings, usually. I had suspected that anyway, but then another person had told me it was true. And there's also a row of old, I'm calling them apple trees. I think that's what they are. They've gone wild now, but there's a row of them along them. Well, we'll see gradually. But now the business is to get the fence cleaned up and let the pigs get in there and get to work. Even this is new pasture, and you can see that Sally's finding all kinds of stuff to root into. All right, I guess that's enough for now. Maybe I'll show you one other thing, maybe something else before I leave here. Look how quickly they begin to turn derelict pasture, or to plow it. I mean, they're going after the grass now, but they're also rooting. And they've been here for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. All three ages that are here, and they're going to work on this. And eventually they'll make it look like that, which is not done yet. I mean, they'll make it into seedbed. So my compliments to what pigs can do. Now I'm going into the woods briefly. Well, there are my goats. While you're here, I startled them. They were grazing. I dropped these fence posts that I was carrying, and that startled them a little bit, and they ran. I shouldn't pass up the chance to record that beautiful sound. This is the stream that goes down alongside it. That's the water that I turned off, actually. That water could be running onto that field. This is the natural drain. And the tram road that I talked about, I'll follow the camera along it. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. It lays about the way that fallen tree is going out through there. And I'm up here because this is what's going to limit them, keep the pigs in, I hope. But up here in the woods, it's going to be real interesting to see what they do, because this is so open. And whether or not the pigs, to what extent the pigs root in this, I don't know yet. There should be all kinds of acorns or remains of acorns here. And there are archaeological features here as well. I'll go to one and then maybe, well, I don't know if I'll stop or not. I don't have them explained, but there's at least one log drag coming through here, and I think that this was a log drag. I think, but for the longest time I thought it was something else, something to divert water. But it really looks like a log drag that came in, I don't know, it might have even turned, might have gone straight. I don't know. Why are those rocks right there piled up so? Don't know. And that area right in there, I'll probably try to cut let's just look and see if these are Japanese barberry. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. So what does all of this indicate? With the pigs here, I think I can solve this. There could be a dramatic end to this video. That pine up there, that's at the top of a mine face. That right there is a mine face. They were cutting iron ore out of that. And there's a maple right there, and let this be the record that at the base of that maple there's a very big, strange looking stake, iron stake, and it's clearly that was a marker at one point. All right, there's way more to show you here, but I've begun to document this before the pigs and I get to work.